came to Ducati showroom and taking bounce. How is the ride experience compared to the Ducati?
Much cooler.
And we are back on the Monster. Oh sorry, Multistrada. Do you miss bounce, dude?
No.
In this traffic, definitely bounce is better. Oh yeah, bounce was so much fun that day. That was the first time we tried it. Anyways guys, welcome to a new vlog. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are and whenever you're watching this, because that's probably more apt. That was a fun day on bounce. Rochi had some work at the Ducati showroom. He had to get the center stand fixed on it and it was just done so quickly. We had so much time at hand. So we went exploring the city, had a good day out, and while these guys were enjoying in Kerala, we both missed out on the trip. Me because of my leg and Rochi because he's always flying. After that I came back home and did this again. The weather was so nice, like cold, chilly. Not too cold and chilly, but cold enough that I felt like riding. It's been just a day actually. I was too tempted to not take out the bike, so decided to take it out for a short spin in the city and also to see how the battery is. It didn't start initially at home, but after 2-3 cranks it did. So I think there is at least 6 to 9 months of life left in the battery. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt that video talking about batteries. In the last video I mentioned to you guys that I will be talking about Ather pricing. It's complicated yet interesting, especially if you're an MBA who has a fascination for numbers and all things related to analytics. It's quite interesting how they came up with that and how it works out. So let me give you a brief idea of how it's priced. Instead of showing the numbers of the website or just talking about numbers, I thought this would be something unique. So that's my lovely 850. Washed it just a week back, but still a lot of dust. Anyway, so the question is, imagine for now this is not the ADV. Imagine this is a scooter, Ather 450X, and that's the 450 by the way, the old version. There is no engine because it's an electric vehicle. It's battery operated. So imagine this is a battery. So there are two versions in it. One is a plus version and the other is a pro version. Plus version is very similar to the last year's model. Imagine you're getting that, the last year generation, but slightly updated frame. Think of it like iPhone 10 and 10s. Few things are changed, but it's mostly the same. And they have a pro version, which is the latest gen. You'll get the full capacity. That's the best option. Those are the two variants within the 450X. And within that variants, you have two ways of buying it. You can buy the scooter upfront, like I did with this one. The two variants are priced at 1,49,000 and 1,59,000. The other option of buying it is more like how you take the loans. You put some down payment and the rest of the amount is an EMI. But the down payment here is huge. So you pay 99,000 for, imagine you're just getting this body frame without this engine, or in the case of the 450X, the battery, and you have to lease or loan the battery from them. But the interesting part here is you don't need to return to them after the duration of your ownership. If you want to say I want to stop paying the EMIs, then you have to just pay the exit fees, because there is no duration on that. It's forever as long as you keep the bike. So you can just pay some exit fees, and that's dependent on the health of the battery, and you pay that amount and exit, and you just have the battery with certain warranty. All those details are not yet mentioned. The leasing options are you pay 99,000 upfront and then 1699 for the plus version and 1999 for the pro version. It's a bit complicated for people who are used to just buying scooters for like 75,000 upfront in a dealership. You still have that option, but they again have variants within them. So to be honest, that variants are slightly confusing. I'm not sure why they did that. Probably they want to let go of the 450, the previous generation. When I did the math, if you own the scooter for 3 years, the subscription or upfront plan differ by probably 2,000 rupees. So not much of a difference. But if you are planning to keep the scooter for longer duration, like say 5 years, then it's better to take the subscription plan, because in the subscription plan you have unlimited battery warranty. So if you want to replace the battery, you can just replace it for free when the battery life comes down to 80% or less. In case of upfront pricing, if the battery falls 70% within the 3 years duration of ownership, then they will replace it. Otherwise you have to buy it and there will be a certain cost to that, just like replacing your existing car or bike battery. So slightly complicated, but it's just like you give your battery, get a new battery, there will be some discount for the existing battery. That's the pricing scenario. Now let's get back on the road. I just wish I had some of my friends here. Most of them are on the trip. The ones here, Rohit's flying, Kishore just came back from this area, so he was not in mood to ride all the way till here. Aditya was busy with Sangeet last night. He is having a good time. He knows what I mean. Just bike in this weather. This was how winters should have been in Hyderabad, but this winter it's at least 3-4 degrees on the higher side. So was missing rides, especially in winter. The timing worked brilliantly just at the moment I was getting better. I think this weather is going to stay. It was there yesterday night, today, and maybe tomorrow. After that it's going to go back into 30s. Now it's like what, low 20s, which is amazing, right? The bike feels so different after getting the tire pressure check, man. It was literally 7 or 8 yesterday, but that battery thing gave me a big scare. So I spoke to the technician. He said that if you're able to start while under movement, I think there is still some light. I'll try to just take it out at least in the colony for like 10-15 minutes for the next few days. The engine check light has gone. If the battery is refitted again, he said it would go away. I didn't do anything with the battery, so it went on its own. But it comes back again, then a definite visit to the showroom. Look who we have here, Hyundai Kona. So these are the interiors, guys. Decent enough space in the back. It's on.
It's on. No, nice.
Your peru?
Yadagiri, sir.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, typical Hyundai Dash. Let's go for a test drive. Let's put it in Eco mode. This is Eco mode with level 1 region. Oh, that's fast. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt that video. Unfortunately, the technician who was with me was not doing such a great job on the camera. So unfortunately there was not much to show, and it was just a short 10-kilometer test drive, so couldn't attach all the GoPros and stuff. Maybe the next test drive would actually be better. I'm trying to get the MG ZS EV, so testing out all the EVs to see if they can be that one car I would just keep. My idea is to have just one car. So test drove the Nexon, really liked it, but it's just doesn't feel premium enough coming from an Elantra. But if you are, let's say, in the market for a 15 lakh SUV, that fits the bill quite easily. It's pretty good actually. The ride and the suspension, the interior quality, compared to the Maruti, they're quite good. But from an Elantra, that's where I'm not convinced it, because I don't want to let go of the Elantra, and I don't want to keep two cars, Elantra and maybe the Nexon. So that's where I'm still confused about it. For now, I'm just waiting for the subscription pricing. Didn't announce the pricing yet, and surprisingly it's missing on the website, so I don't know if they have removed it entirely, but it's just like the Ather subscription, but here it's for the entire vehicle. So you use it for 1, 2, 3 or 4 years and return it back after the end of the ownership, and you won't have the headaches of the resale. So in that sense, it was a good option for me. I can test it out for 1 year and see if it's working out well. Then maybe I can sell the Elantra, at which point it would be at least 3.5 to 4 years old. Good enough period, but have a sentimental value with the Elantra. It's a lovely car. Don't feel like giving it away yet, at least for the Nexon EV. So still thinking about that. Have to test drive the MG ZS EV. The service at the dealership was pathetic. When I went to see the vehicle, there was hardly any energy from the sales reps about giving the vehicle for a test drive or anything. So, but from just the vehicle perspective, it's good in quality. It feels more luxurious than the Nexon EV, but from a range perspective, they're pretty similar, just 20-30 kilometers. So in that sense, I was not impressed. If you're putting almost 26-27 lakhs, better to go with the Kona. But from the Kona test drive, I found out was that the rear legroom or under thigh support was pretty bad. In the video, initially from the front, it looked decent, but then when I sat in the back, it was so cramped, and there was no under thigh support, and you sit like you sit in the 6th or 7th seat in an Innova. If you ever sat in the last row of an Innova or any 7-seater car, you would know it's that bad. Rear legroom and rear comfort is bad in the Kona, so that's ruled out. MG ZS EV looks premium in quality, but then the range is as good as the Nexon. So Nexon is the best value for money option in the market right now if you're looking for an electric vehicle. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and catch you guys in the next one. Bye.